Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. My boy, get that quarterback at all costs.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 30.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Yeah, baby. It's a long day for
On
you.
any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I'm coming.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The Panthers take over
All day, baby, all day.
at their own 25-yard line.
My 50. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Shift. Watch the shift. Half. 6-6. Bullet high. Mike 52.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And some strong running. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, a run with Breida.
The leg. Get there.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Good work, boys.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
All day, baby, all day.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Oh, you got deep? Check nickel.
They run with Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Shift!
Check. Crunch!
Here's Breida.
Run!
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike's 5-4. Man out.
Throwing is Allen on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, it's Pollard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, they either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
2nd and 8 at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
218, jump.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play.
Come on now, let's go.
These two teams all tied after one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's calm down.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They go play action now. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's able to find Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Ready. Use the mic right here. 52's the mic. They can't hang with us.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
You got him.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Pollard calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Let's go, fellas.
A big play there for the Panthers. 63 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
You don't want no problem
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at Luke.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Your trip is here, baby.
Punching it in from a yard away. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big time.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Breida with 2 touchdowns on the season back in this game. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Run for Pollard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go, let's
We
go.
always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter.
I'm going to hit you
14-7.
all day, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike the 59.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Okay, baby, let's go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the 29, Jackson. And Diggs has it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And the Vikings first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I got him. He's crashing. He's checking.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen off the play fake. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now it's Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Raekwon McMillan came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 19, 2, not here. Tight end right. Three down.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, The defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense.
Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
That's our ball.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Let's
go. Mike 51! Mike 51!
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
Let's get off the
And
field.
coughed it up.
Let's get off the field.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football and not gaining yards.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. It's a big one there for the Vikings.
Let's go.
46 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Chef. Switch it. Come on.
Delta. Mike, check. 59.
Box. No game on this defense, no game.
He's Django.
Jackson.
Crash.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effective.
Oh, now Breida loses it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Right there. You got nothing today.
Monday.
You got nothing. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, 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 check.
Hey, home.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike, you can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Throwing on second and 14. Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Throwing on third and long. Allen, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action. Now Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
52's to Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football.
My 52.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25.
6, baby. Let's get this all
Partner,
day.
we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina.
Great job.
Matt
Touchdown
Breida,
for days.
75 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Out. 3 down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches. I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jackson now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings lead the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
36, 36.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike 52. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey,
On 52.
check 24, watch 24.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Completes it to Samuel. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
This is Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Second and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Check 3, check 3.
That would give to Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's easy work.
They'll
It's
wind
coming
up
again.
losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown,
Dante
baby.
Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.